What is the relationship with Gemma and Jax going into this season? There's a giant secret hanging overhead, but Gemma clearly loves Jax very, very much. So how is that relationship of what you can tell us?
And love Tara very, very much. I will say that. I really want to see, what happened at the end of season 6 was not premeditated, and it was not something that I think that she felt very justified at the end of the day, and sort of where her motivation was. It was kind of the end of a perfect storm of what she believed was the ultimate betrayal of her family and her son. So what she does to sort of, it takes place 2 weeks later, and what she does to kind of compartmentalize that is that she once again does what she believes is best for her family. So I don't want to tell you exactly what happens or what she sets in motion, but it's sort of then, there's my husband, my sweet husband. He's so cute, I know. So
Composition's already
so what she sort of, how she deals with it, once again, she feels like she's coming from a higher purpose by holding the lie, and she feels like she probably does nobody any good by telling the truth. I think that there's a real, she's a big-hearted gal. She's in this violent world. She has enormous love and loyalty for that family of hers, and she loved Tara. So yes, but I do, and we do see genuine remorse. We see, my questions over the hiatus were, how does she now react to her grandchildren? Because as me personally, I think I'd have to put a bullet in my head. I don't even know how she can do that. But she's able to do what's best for the kids. Is it best for the kids for the grandmother to be gone now too, and they don't have a mother? I don't know. So, but yes, I am satisfied that she has genuine remorse. She's unable to verbalize that to anybody, except maybe Juice. Juice is the only one that knows really what's going on. So it kind of, her remorse though sort of leaks out in the vulnerability that you see in her.
Can you talk a little about more about that relationship, her relationship with Juice, and how that's gonna?
Well, he saved her ass, and she's all about loyalty and reward for it. So you'll see them very much aligned from the beginning, and they both have big secrets, and they're both helping each other. She loves him like. Jax is her primary, but I always look at Juice as her second son. I mean, he's the other youngest member, and he's the most vulnerable of them.
Are the lines being drawn really harshly this season? I mean, outside of the club, we know there's a war brewing there, but in the family, because Ron's gone now, Maggie's gone now, it seems like there's a real division in the family with where your character would be, Jax is at mentally going into this season. I mean, how is that?
I think she's very aligned with her son. I think more so. I think that, she has enormous empathy for what he's going through. It's just so much duality, At the same time that she's remorseful about the act of killing Tara, she's grieving the loss of Tara. She loved Tara. So she completely empathizes with Jax's insanity over the act. And you'll see more and more how that plays out.
How much truth comes out this season? There's so many secrets. That's always a big part of a final season. How much of that do you feel like we will see in this season of those secrets being revealed one way or another?
You'll see some. I mean, I can't imagine you're going to see every secret over the last 7 years sort of tied up. I don't think it will be that at all. Curtis said, when you talk to him, that he wanted this season to feel just like any other season. But we're just sort of at the end of the journey of the story he's going to tell about these particular people. That doesn't mean that the lives of these particular people is necessarily completely over, and everything is tied up. So, but I'm sure you'll get some answers to some questions. I'm sure it will be very satisfying for people.
Can you talk about this being the end of the journey and what it's just like to be on the set knowing this is the final season?
We're all sort of in denial about it, I would say. Every once in a while, at the end of episode 2, one of our longtime directors, it was his last one, and the crew gathered, and we all said goodbye, and he started crying, and Charlie and I started welling up. we have those moments where we just realize, first of all, how grateful we all are for having had the experience, because it's so rare, and it's such a, it's such a group of people that everybody just brings it. Everybody shows up for it. And, I guess that speaks to the casting in the beginning, that you have this group of committed people, and the writing. The writing requires us all to bring it. So that's rare. That's just rare in a television show. It's rare on anything. And, the vibe on set is so sweet this year. There's not a lot of, we've had some complaining moments over our years. And, it's hard, our show. We're in leather. It's 100 degrees. We're on the concrete. It's tough. It's physically tough. But, everybody's bringing their smiles this time. And I think it's because we all just know that this has been absolutely a fantastic experience.
Has it been the most rewarding experience for you personally?
In so many, many ways. I don't know that I'll get another character to play as interesting and complex for such a long period of time. I mean, I hope I will. But, I've been involved in a couple of experiences. This will be my second that was somewhat groundbreaking. When I was on Married with Children, it was something that hadn't been done before. It was something people said won't succeed. It was something that was against all odds on a network that wasn't even there. So that's about. And this too came in with all kinds of cards against it. This was a world that had never been shown except as a cartoon. This was a world that, a lot of people were just not sure. And Landgraf really went out and said yes, put his stuff on the line too. So that's so rewarding in itself when something creatively changes people's minds, and say it. And that's what I think this show did, I think it kind of opened the landscape for a lot of cable shows you see on now. And certainly The Shield started all that. And this kind of expanded on it.
Speaking of it being the end, do you need to take time to kind of shake the earth before you go look for something new? Is it something you're just going to see how it falls?
That's interesting you say that, because I'm just now starting to talk to people about, what's next. Should we pitch this? Should we go? Do you want to be in this show? Do you want, And there's part of me that's so like, whoa. Just wait a minute. Let me get the blonde out of my hair. And but I'm sure, a couple months down, it's just like on hiatus. You're able to sort of put her to bed.
The Bastard Executioner, maybe that would be.
Possibly, we'll see. I mean, here we're talking about what that would be, and that's still. It's just going to be done so far away from our family, and we don't know yet how we're going to do it. We're all going to go, I'll be in it, all those things will happen, maybe.
Talk about